I'm watching this with my friends right now. Yeah, I'll turn it up for you guys. There you go, guys.
That does not push through. Look at 8 bullets. Forget everything else. He's looking at 8 bullets. He's got to open. It's a delivery right here. He's out of ammo. He's out of ammo. He's dancing around. He's got a great pistol. That's his style from the push. And Tempo gets the elimination. As you see, no. Can't believe it. Somehow, in the 2 rooms these guys loot, they each get max shields and a chug. Here's the Burks early on. Facing off against Ryan Rex. Dual pistols. Okay, Dave. Earning an early win. One of the first of the game. At that point, they were only 97. They were 97 those 98 place. 84 left right now, though. 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Still the circle moves. It's kind of a
No, it's just a bad relax. It's popcorn. Listen to me. Because we're going to stream for a while.
Potentially because of the practice where they're going to have to take. Should be concerned. Everybody else can kind of take their time and build up some
Eating nerds.
materials as they move. And Nick is totally fine inside until he's going to go through here. The players will always smack out all the furniture inside. It's not worth a lot of resources, Jack, but everyone will knock them down pretty quick. And there's a lot of them. Early game, when you can only build 10 walls, getting enough massive, you build 2 more, it's 20%. Then you can wind up earning yourself. Boom. Big holiday car jump in. Sakairo's now at the high ground. He actually falls. Trying to hit a shot. Shotgun shot doesn't connect yet. He's out of materials. So jump back into a little peek over the top there. You saw him jump and try and take a shot. Back now, Hines unlocks. He does have 5 damage. Just maybe an opportunity to heal up. But Skyros is he has to fly pressure, which he is. Skyros goes down. The jump man very accurate. You saw multiple crits in there. The shield disappearing. Skyros only 28 HP. 28 health. He didn't take a single
Are you guys still watching?
That's one that he won back. Here's the Kairos now. KO, one player involved, one player nearby. So we have one that let it risky. He's now getting into fights. This big shield can make all the difference. There you go. Watch the third party disengagement. Shotgun shots coming on it. Can only build 2 walls. That's Jonah just above. That was a perfect spray. Now it's all the way down. Brilliantly done by KO. He earns that elimination. Knowing the exact location where it must stop up top, maybe potentially built based on the walls that were still being built. He made engagement. He says you must be behind this ring. Here's Cryo with Junction. Big shot. He's trying to fly out.
You guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to get some Tic Tac gum.
And the rate of fire is high enough that you can unload rounds, unload shotgun shells, and deal a lot of damage very quickly. So it's kind of known by a lot of people. Chap likes to go to Wailing Woods. He's already got 700 wood. He's pushed towards Risky. He's got 111 at this point. Would you pick him a second quickly underneath him? Yep. So he hears a double barrel. Yeah, that's been shot once. I think this is Chap's green light to go for this. Trying to stop him from the reload off. Chap continuing to spray on down. Drum gun in hand.
I'm back, bro. I love the new Tic Tac gum.
Does take it pretty healthy right there.
Tic Tac gum. No. It's really good. It's like Tic Tacs, but if you wanted to last longer in your mouth because it tastes so good, get this.
The double barrel when you are that close and it does. Like 160 damage. Yeah, that's what. Over 100 damage while jumping over the top.
Oh yeah, Tifu split. Let's go, Tifu.
This is Tifu. Out in the little Wild West. So Pueblo's out here is looking to hunt down a player. Compact SMG, a shotgun, AR, and a hunting rifle.
This is not sponsored by a Tic Tac gum or Nerd.
We've seen players favor this drop out here because the larger rocks, Courage, come away with, wow, what a shot. Even with the second Elam. Those large rocks, I was saying, they have 50 plus brick in them, and they only take it for a few melee hits. Here's blind from 5'9", one limb to this point. Again, you see immediately how these players begin to break down structures when they realize they have so many materials.
I'm killing this.
I thought anything you get a 9 and a 20 up there, a 50 damage just pushes up the ladder. She gets to the bottom of the staircase there. Nick's got 3. Nick's got 3 limbs. That's a point for Nick Burks. Putting it on the board as well. It looks like he wants to go for more. He's not done yet. They're a couple players we've seen a number of times in the past. It looks like Nick Burks might be getting third-party multiple players here at Tilted as he's trying to back out his engagement. His position right now is getting shot from above. It's not good enough to go for an engagement that he is somebody already has the top down on him. You see the feed Tyler's getting the fire up. They're going down to
I just got an achievement unlocked, newcomer. Watch 1 hour of live stream video on Twitch.
And Nick is one of the best players at navigating Tilted, right? Knowing the ins and outs, the little escape routes you can have. Right there, just sneaks away in towards his new building. Uses that chunk jump to get the max HP. This is fortunate how that little back grid. He did one of his quick minutes in his fast building, and right there, shows off the enemy tower, hits that limb. Kevin Crick, both west side of Loot Lake, but they're not alone here. Tempo, a little ways away between Tilted and their current location. These factories on the west side of Tilted, we might see a third party from him if he hears the engagement. They're close to the edge of the zone though. Kurds, they have a minute and 44 seconds where they have to move, but just so people are aware, there are still 2 players outside of the zone coming from Pleasant Park.
Yeah, I'm gonna
might see some drops to the storm and the feed here.
better views. See the screen better.
Salty Springs.
Hopefully this will work.
He's listening, and the turbo build's going to protect the wall and just has to hold down left mouse click while his opponent's trying to smack it out. He still owns it, so he can end his way out. He's going to use that to his advantage. A lot of the structure, I believe, is his, so he can edit these, but his opponent, like we've seen a number of times, they're going to smack him out there.
Hopefully it doesn't
His
fall.
pickaxe replace it, so they take control of the wall. They decide where the hole is up in.
Should be a cleanup. 162. Okay, well, now that he knows that this player's got under 40 HP, he just wants this, and that's what you talk about with him owning a lot of these walls. He can edit through. Here's another engagement. Can he clean up the limb? There it is. That was NRG Kaysen who got down.
Blind's got to feel good about that, especially if they're love seeing these players. Little Flowers stuck inside the house, already super low to feet, walks in on Flowers, trying to use keeps opponent out, but it wasn't fast enough.
You guys, I'll try to make a way better.
Very easy elimination.
Guys are gonna be right here.
Whenever anyone's in this scenario, they never sit still, even right now.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, guys. I wouldn't do that.
You never know if it's a sniper aiming at you. Always strafing, always making sure he's not an easy target. We'll take a couple pop shots. And you hear that? You literally hear that?
The reason
Whoever shot that
sniper, thank you for making my point.
Giving credit to Courage just by a single sniper shot.
When you're playing in these games, even at home, at any match, you always have to think with the mindset that there's a sniper watching me. Even if there's not, always think that there could be. Because again, those third-party opportunities, someone's hunting, someone's watching at all times.
Colton off the winner from our first seek of the Jumpman's tack shotgun double barrel up close there. Jumpman's going to top off. Very edge of retail, very edge of retail. 4 of 6 off. Yeah, 3 eliminations. It's a point. He doesn't have to move very far. 47 architect.
You think he's in a great spot here, but he is quite low on AR ammo.
And the zone movement. He has to decide whether it's time to engage, which it looks like his opponent says it is, and Frankie gets the Elan. 47 trying to go down. That's actually Frankie's third elimination. It's a single point for him, which already puts him in a fantastic spot. His loadout is actually exceptional right now, too. 2 full shields. He had a bolt action. But
Solo late 20 in his zone. That's the thing. He's got to move. He still has a minute. The zone still has a minute to push. So he's got to run so far. There's people nearby. Nick's got someone just above him. They can break down wheels here any second. This could be another elimination for Nick Mertz, which would put him at 4. He still has a campfire to use, so even though he's in the zone, still in an okay position. Trying to match the building. Wheels are on the same level now. Nick trying to swap that shotgun. Interesting. Shot on wheels. Nick Merckx hasn't been stopped yet, folks.
He's got a med kit too. He's in a great spot to keep on moving with his zone. He's actually, look at the map. He's relatively far out. He has quite a ways to go. He's cut still all the way across Dusty. Hopefully there's more than one med kit there, or maybe he has a launch pad, because otherwise he's in a tough spot.
Yeah, he most certainly is. Upper. Now remember, when this zone closes, it's going to start hitting even harder. Is this the second? Yeah. Players now trying to medkit to stay alive here. Pupper getting chunked on down. He's got to stop and use his medkit. It's hitting for 2.
It's a 1v1 fight. He doesn't have any eliminations left, so no matter the outcome, he had no point.
Oh, their drop.
Now he goes down as well. You see all their loot sliding down the ramp.
The Storm is quite good at getting eliminations, and you see it there. Over towards Hysteria, just took down Yo-Yo. Keep it up. That's his first elimination of the game.
Now, this is actually Hysteria's third time through the qualifiers. He played through all the heats before this and has done very well in those, but each qualifier he's gotten very close. I remember overhearing he got to 11th place multiple matches, I believe, yesterday, which is just one spot short of getting even just a single point, which could have put him in on Monday.
This is where the little huts begin to get built. The 1x1s, the little bases to hide on in. Cristo. Bob Lonely Lodge won't be safe for this next zone, but he's playing like this because he's got WBG Ranger just below him. Ranger tries to spray on down. The trap comes in. That's 115. Oh no, Cristo. A little bit of a panic there.
Did you know that Tifu got banned from YouTube and Twitch?
Rift to go. He's way out of there just in the last second of trap damage.
Possibly it's now KO.
No, his channel's not on YouTube anymore.
Third party. What he doesn't know is that that player below took 0 damage.
Yeah.
Both around the same amount of HP. And as a player, Lupo, you can sometimes use that to your advantage. Play mind games your opponent. Oh, he takes it weak because it's got this engager. Meanwhile, he's still more than ready to fight again.
See if that trap is still in there. Now opportunity for a lot of damage.
Why didn't he run?
A lot of AR ammo being used to keep an eye on the amount that KO has. Just about one and a half clips left.
I believe if Ranger makes it to Monday, that's the 4th player.
I think it was a temporary ban, hopefully.
It's an excellent roster.
I don't know about YouTube, that was probably permanent.
Nick Merckx, if he takes C9 blind out,
Jeez, Nick Merckx is a man on a mission.
5 Elans, that's 2 points already.
Yeah,
that might block Merckx in for Monday.
Oh, no, Nick's in early. He had a last game, too. Here's Fade.
Yeah, Nick
in a
and
little
Tifu.
battle around one of these houses. Stops Joshua
Tifu's
right
a
there.
Roblox,
Once he gets the high ground, he just goes with a quick shotgun shot. That heavy, so darn good when you get the headshot for it. And this is from Ranger's perspective. Drops him down, places the trap, and it's the wall above him. Swaps to the shotgun. It happens so quick, but every single one of those actions was calculated. A much deserved win right there. Is he going to go for this? Is he going to go for this? Oh,
one of the most aggressive launch pads we've seen so far. He's trying to drop in on him up top. And the reason he went for it, or potentially went for it, is because the opponent at the top of the tower he was already in an engagement, so he kind of had to drop out. But there's 3 players in this box. Triz is nearby, 2 across the street. Nick Merckx, like I said, was 6 eliminations.
leading this game.
Alright, so he's top
Was
first.
an absolute
Tifu has 2 kills. Nick has 6.
Second is already out. This one, Nick trying to break through these walls. He has been. He's been up through.
No, Nick! No!
Just short of the 7th elimination. That would have been 3 points there.
I'm surprised he didn't swap to the heavy shot.
I'm actually sad.
Maybe the drum
I hate
gun
this
spray
fix
would have been
right
enough, but if he's got the heavy shotgun right there, I think Freak's dead 10 times over.
Potentially, or even to that trap play in that situation. They were in the same box, on the wall. There were a lot of options. JP2 from Luminosity.
I'm so hyped right now.
We see this play with Cypher, I believe.
British from C9 and 5.
Minigun.
Misfits, he deserves to die right now.
Building. The minigun shreds. Lance and those hip flyers. Wants this fight so badly. The one thing for you to do, maybe use this heavy shotgun. And Chris gets the limit. J-Rock still alive.
Wow, bro, he has no kills.
J-Rock in real life, I'm pretty sure he's 8 foot tall. That's real.
Look, the stat check that one.
I was begging for the goal.
Push from the east side. You have 17 seconds, 28 players left. And after this circle closes is when things start to get chaotic with circle moves. Chris, we just saw on the feed a second ago, that elimination that we were watching. He's at 2. One more versus who he's against right now. That would be 3. That's a point. This drum gun push, we've seen it a ton of times. It's paid off. Watch the trap. Horrified. Almost gets it off. And Chris falls down. That one was just barely dodging. It even, you heard it go off. You right there, the reset. So it attempted to do damage. He dodged his way out. If he would have survived, he had over 150 HP. But man, those last 2 efforts,
Guys, watch the
pay
guys.
off in just right situation. Fast, that's what he's trying to push his way up.
He's gonna chase us down. Look for maybe his own little hustle building too. Doesn't have a lot of security
right at
I
it.
see
He wants to go for this. I think it's more a desperation play.
Boxing himself, look at next door channel. He's going to take ownership of some of these, or potentially knock him down. We'll see here in a
But
second.
then it gets a little bit more hot in this
He knows
room.
that Tyler's above him. He's getting shot for a third party.
Hey, Gum, if you want to sponsor me, you are so good. Thank you.
Relocating, trying to build up all these layers as many as he can. He's going to push up. He's out of material though. 7 wood, 7 brick. And interesting at the corners there, kind of create that little diagonal bridge with the walls, but it's enough that you can sneak down the edge.
A little frantic. Not gonna lie. Shimsy goes down, Resame goes down, and E-Man also goes down. So now there's just 22 players getting close towards that top 10 threshold.
Crispy's right here to kind of keep quiet. You see that top right, there's 4 or 5 players in the area around them, all kind of building and layering on top of each other just to try and stay safe as the circle is going to get ready to move here.
Just listen to how much is going on around him.
I got 2
He's
people.
got no materials. He can't do anything. It's Kayun's 3rd elimination. Go ahead and swap through.
Ooh, it's Caillou. Yeah, he said Caillou. Hey, it's Caillou, everyone.
Well, I'm assuming just eliminated in prison. You see them feed.
If you guys are wondering what I'm watching on Twitch, it's Skirmish.
Oh, gosh.
He's got max
My
wood,
Fortnite
200
is the
brick.
streamer right now.
He's in a decent position because right now, if you see that this mountain that's next to him, that's natural cover that he can use. He can push up the left side of the map once the surface.
Bro, I used to binge watch Barney.
1 point, so he's in a better position than it was even last game.
I'm going to say right now.
Oh, and Barbie.
This has been some of the best performances so far, right?
Oh yeah.
Where like Jack versus Jack, all putting Nick Merckx, already Tenmo, already with points on the board, sitting in great positions to qualify for tomorrow. Again, I have to stress it, folks. We have qualifiers all this week. It's to earn positions for tomorrow's $1.5 million grand final.
$1.5 million.
Tune on in, tell everyone to be there. If you're live in the venue, you will want to be here to secure a spot here early on tomorrow. Do not miss this live in person. This crowd's going to get nuts.
Tifu doing this is a bit like you said even before. This is a pretty common tactic. He's very good at.
He doesn't want to buy
skins.
skins.
He's going to try and drop the structure that his opponent's using to push in, but it wasn't enough. Multiple layers on that from these top tier builders, so they can. He still even got in. Tifu was his opponent's underneath him now. He's got to wait. The rocks come in. A time bounce back and fly away, try and get out, and this is what we were seeing earlier. Crispy's down the bottom about that catacomb structure. Chris getting the elimination in the feet there. Kiski, I believe is his name.
Tifu and Tenmo.
I have Tifu is below you.
Not here when it's all
Never
so
mind.
close. Tifu using the bounce pad, trying to soar forward. Thankfully for him, none of those drum gun bolts connect. He's made it to the closest spot to this next zone. Sign of a great player making sure positioning for the next move. Now getting sprayed again. I just realized something about Lucas materials. I mean, this is bad.
10 builds left. I believe that's why you saw him. He built up that layer
another
in front of
trophy
him, but he didn't
hipster.
cap the top off. Plus, he started to get shot from above. He kind of waited. He knew he had
It doesn't 10 views, bro. This thing has like hundreds of thousands of views.
earlier. That means that his
What do you
opponent
mean?
from above could have potentially busted through and taken shots on, maybe even eliminated. You see there, he actually flew early. He made it in his own.
This is
great. Everybody's moving at the
16
same time.
people that
One more gets the
small
second point. Plus, there's 16 left. 6 more players go down. That's another point for anybody left remaining.
Chris has all these shields to get back up to 100 shields. Still 16 players left. Expect a few to begin to drop here. Fade takes down Jamok. You see Cryo walks to the storm. Another engagement going down as Crispy's trying to sneak on in. 14 players left. Crispy still has no builds. Tifu eliminates Base Soldier, which will maybe give him materials to hold on to. As Triz, yes, he gets 500 wood. That's a game-changing alert for Tifu.
Hey,
Remember, folks,
whoever
in
is
game
watching
one,
this stream.
Tifu died to Chap when he was
Tell me what happens when
one
we get back.
position away from earning
I'll be right back,
kill
guys.
points. Here he's earned 1 point this game and another limb plus 2 more limbs in the total game. Top 10 would have another.
And we were watching Crispy a second ago. He was sitting on 7 and 7 for his wood and brick, and he saw he made his way in underneath. He's in the bottom, and he hid next to a tree, but opted not to knock it down because the tree, the setup inside that little catacomb, the building around it, he's totally covered. He can hide in the bottom of the tree. And he might get the drop on an opportunity for another elimination. Rather than knocking the tree out and coming out with maybe 30 wood, this 3 builds that he'll get knocked out so fast. Might not matter.
Tempo and like Tifu just trying to position himself. Already in that next zone, made it to 11.
Alright, guys,
We're done last time. Now the case here. Tempo gets another.
If you get.
Actually, this level
Wait, where did my phone go?
they're all top 10. Chris coming away with a double in the shotgun.
What? How did my phone get right here? What?
Tifu trying to establish himself up top somewhere safe.
I'm just joking with you guys.
Another point.
He wants those men. He wants that loot so bad.
He's got 15 builds left.
That wasn't on the.
He's going to start trying to get up top. Rocket going after those, but the Rocket's coming in saying, no, you got to go down. Now it's time to try to make a positional decision. He's got to go down. That's exactly what he's going to do. Don't want to take too much fall damage. Get in the bottom.
No, Tifu.
5 elims makes it to the top. 2 left.
All the loot's falling to Tifu.
Come on, you got
Trying to
this.
drop on down. Can he drop the hard in time? Tifu spraying out the build here.
Yes! Guys, I just got so hard when it said fill off.
Tremendous to the final moment. Tifu breaking game. The fuel to turn up there in game 2.
You see Tifu Ring trying to get the shot off on the way in. Incredibly long. He did get a second. 2 points still. I mean, then potentially.
Come on, Tifu, you got this, brother.
Tifu, what a game.
He's feeling very good after that. You love to see the emotions there, the pop off. He doesn't have a window to jump out of like he almost does, but
him to try and find it.
It's either way. You look at it right there, and we talk so much about materials. Doesn't panic, and it's on down. Let us begin to fall because we talk so much about how the is going up mountains there. They had to go down mountains, and once people started to get shot down, it was loot raining from the sky. It's like a never-ending llama.
No, I think he spends a lot of time in playground mode. And it's a great way to build it. You just dropping, smack some llamas, get a ton of materials. And he practices his builds, he practices his edits and the speed at which he can do them. It definitely shows in a situation like that. He had no materials left. As I was saying, he's building up. And as soon as that rocket happened, as soon as it came out, he saw the structure was going to go down. It was time to edit his way down because if fall damage happened, no matter how much HP you have, 100 is not going to stop you from a drop like that. So editing that, it saved him. He was able to fly down, slide down the hill, get an engagement at the bottom. And you saw so many players that were eliminated like that in an instant. And let them 1v1 at the bottom.
It all dropped quick. It was all Tifu at the end, but there were many players making some highlight plays. Here's some from C9 Chris. You mentioned the 2 elims we saw in the engagement feed. Here it is again, getting up close and personal with a double barrel to take down Misfits Creek.
That's game 28 lightning. We saw that Vessel trap attempt from Horrify. It would have left him at 43, which it would have been a tough situation. That's not a lot remaining.
It would have been fun.
Towards the end of the game, he got the double and then was immediately eliminated afterwards. But that's a lot of eliminations. That's still a point. Plus, as we've seen the last couple of days, 1 point and 5 or 6 eliminations, that could be enough to put you into Monday's grand finals.
I almost forgot that Nick Merckx was pushing towards 7 elims there. He finished with, I believe, 6. The man continues to impress me every time. I'm like, okay, Nick's done That's his craziest thing he'll do on this game. No,
Nick's a
now,
legend, dude.
again, showing up to this man environment. I mean, thankfully for the other opponents, Nick playing with his shirt on, or else he would have used the intimidation factor of his traps.
Just flexing.
That basically go above his head. As here it is again for Tilted here in Nick Burke's domain. I'm surprised people are even landing here.
The number of those engagements within Tilted in which Nick can bait players into situations that he already knows his way around with inside this whip with the shotgun shot right there. That double barrel is vicious up close.
Yep.
And as I was saying, Nick's ability to bait players into a situation where he knows he has the advantage. That staircase push, the elimination side there, he basically waited for the player to come around the corner and said, now you're on my turf. I have the height advantage. I've got a shotgun.
I thought that was how he got the 6th win. Followed up shortly after, that was against Shaw.
He did Sean there. Now, maybe one away from 7 here.
I feel like he's mad at himself for this one.
We're not swapping.
No, where?
He had the double barrel.
With how close they were, Mrs. 3 would have gone down very quickly. They were stuck on top of each other. That's the range that a double barrel is just going to crush your opponent to get your shot.
There's a look at this packed house we currently have live from PAX West. That's not the last of our replays we'll see. We'll once again take a look at Tifu and how he made it possible to win that game 2. I have to give him a shout out here strictly because game 1 he could not have more frustrating. And 11th with 2 limbs. Beats Chapman at 1-on-1. He winds up getting 2 points and basically sends himself to Monday right away. Instead of getting frustrated, getting down on himself, he moves into game 2. Plays this final scenario absolutely flawlessly. He drops on down, engages the player down low, picks up the materials, turns around, and then shoots down the final player. So well done.
Got players like Tifu, if they know how to work their loadout and like an optimal rate of fire, you saw multiple times taking a pump action shotgun shot and swapping, unloading with that compact SMG, and just when the shotgun's ready, flips back, hits the shot again, that last shot in the second to last elimination, 76 damage. You know, he just knows the timings. He knows the timing so well that he can put out as much damage as possible and secure those eliminations, even exposed like that in the open. He had no materials left. He had to engage, and he went.
Tifu, one of the biggest names in Fortnite. I believe we'll have an interview with him. Actually, it's ready now. Zika Tifu down on the floor after that impressive Game 2 victory.
Guys, awesome cast. You guys are amazing as always. I am joined here by the legend himself, TQ. How are you feeling, my friend?
Wow, I just called him TCU.
That was like a perfect game in my opinion, and I'm so excited because like the first game I ended up getting taken out by Chad for 2 kills, 11th place. So it was unfortunate that I went all the way through the first game and ended up getting 0 points, but I clutched up. That last game, 6 kills, got the victory route. I'm pretty pumped. Excited to play again.
Now, what was prep like leading up to PAX?
Preparation. I was prepping like a small space to play. You know, like maybe tighten my setup a little bit, keyboard and mouse. You know, I ordered the Logitech keyboard and mouse to practice because I knew they were going to use them. But other than that, just a lot of solo snipes every day, grinding. You know, off stream. It's good. It's fun. I'm excited, man.
So what is it like, you know, you obviously played all Summer Skirmish long, and then you show up here, and like you talked about, you had the first unfortunate game, and then in game 2, you show up and slay out. What was going through your mind, and when did you know that you had that win?
I knew I had that win when I cleared out the entire like the bottom level, and all I could see was just dudes way up in the sky with like maybe 1 or 2 platforms securing them from just falling all the way down. And you know, once I saw them, I was like, it's free. It's free. All I can do is shoot them down. I'm good as long as they don't got bouncers. But I was confident even if they did have bouncers, I would take them out. Pumped though.
Now, what are you going to say to the millions that love you and the crowd that's live here at PAX? What do you want to tell them?
I love you guys. I'm going to miss you guys for sure.
There you go. You heard it from the legends. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to see how you slay out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to throw it to a break, so we'll be back in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
Good. He's still bad at it. BRB as well. biggest parties watching the stream, and we all just said be right back. I'll be right back home in 4 minutes and 30 seconds, boys. Guys, I just want to see the standings of the last game. They didn't show it. They only showed Tifa. Which is fine, but come on. Stream has been running for almost 32 minutes. Alright guys, I'm back. I just got my snack. My be right back is at 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Mine's at 2 minutes and 5 seconds. I think like 2 or 3 games. I really hope Tifa's gonna win. Okay, I went Tifu or Tempo to win. I can watch this all night if I watch out. Tifu or Tempo? You're at 20 seconds, boys.
These Flush Factory, maybe only 3 or 4 dropping down there, so it's going to be a slow, methodical start for those players. But in the bottom right there, you see Tifu pushing across the gas station in hopes to establish himself a little buffer of loot. These southeast corners, typically you come out with quite a few materials if you're unchallenged. The trees and the rocks are key, plus the metal here. He's going after every piece that he can. Metal for these competitive players is extremely important because early established fights, They have a lot of HP, 110. The second place down, Nick Marks here in Tilted Towers. We've watched him here every time. I guarantee you he's going to drop here. As I said, his opponents that go Tilted, they already know they're at least going to have to face him. And if they're watching the leaderboard from previous games, they know they're in for a fight against Nick.
There are many players in Big Gray right now. Nick knows this. He'll go ahead and upgrade his.
Yeah.
Ball right.
Oh my God.
Look at there. That's like the best thing you can ask for right now. The rare drum gun. I don't think it's a weapon I'd want to find.
Miles wanted Shield to come out of that thing and put him in just an even better spot. He is very low on materials though, which means if he's going to fight somebody, Courage, he's going to engage. He's not going to be slow about it. He has to push. I almost expect him to take a shot at the blue drum. You saw the opponent drop down on top of the platform. They play Skirmish over here. But this middle building, the construction building, has a lot of platforms. These pallets which come out, see a lot of wood. But he's literally ignoring me. He's pushing back. He's looking for. Look how many people landed tilted. Oh my gosh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 until that side will be empty of a good spread of players across the entire map.
See, Nick runs away from that fight in Big Gray because he's just hoping for shields anywhere right now, and he still has yet to find any. When you don't have shields, it almost feels like you're naked when you're playing. You don't feel comfortable in any scenario. Fights. See, look at this right now.
I pray to God Nick will die.
Thinking just using the flying high behind, it's going to show up to opponents that see the structure. No, they'll find it. This is Punish. Get the shot. There it is. Joshua going down. Lazy Links. And this time it's got to feel good about that one. Set to destroy a team that has been around for quite a while. A number of players here. JP2 from LG. Yet again, we had our eyes on him last match. He's, as we've seen, knocking out a ton of the furniture, trying to get every single bit of material that he can for building. Just defensive building is one of the biggest things, knowing just when to put any layer between you and your opponent can stop a single shot, and that can mean the difference between making it out alive or getting elimination.
Now I'm watching Kieran. I'm watching Caillou now.
One of the players we've been keeping our eyes on, and
so I'm caught up
shining spotlight on himself. Definitely deserved these, but he's been putting on a good show every game so far.
Farming up some materials, 547 wood already. Back over to Nick Merckx, who's found the slurp juice, it appears.
The 75 shield.
He's at 570 plus.
A lot of it better. That building Courage. All those pallets, man. Yeah, you have so much material. You're literally standing on top of that much wood. That's enough to push anybody aggressively, which is exactly what Nick might try and do here. Using the building already, that's established, but he's going to get up on top of his opponent. His opponent goes for the edit, misses it, and pays the price. Nick Merckx getting himself his first elimination on Airco, who he only got the corner of that platform edited out. He was trying to drop in and escape, and it couldn't land it.
This is over Misty Reels. Was that a hand cannon hit?
It was.
Oh, nice kill.
Double hand cannon connects right there to get that eliminated. Talk about making some plays with style. Here's Kyle. Can't get that engagement to go in his favor. It's Emad with a second elimination already. This game over at Sloppy Shores.
Wait, did Nick die?
Good on his healing single mini, and the slurps are the value of those. So good. Whoa! Sloths.
He shakes his head like, okay, I'll give you that one. Beautiful play with the impulse. And I love that. A lot of times you see players just leave impulses behind. When you don't have many things in your inventory, sure, pick it up. But the last thing he's expected is an impulse grade to fly on in. Third party down involved.
He was going for the push, but shots coming out from the side. Another controller player that we watched a number of days now. He's going to track both opponents. Fear of a pinch right here, Courage. What would you do in this situation?
He's got a route to go, so it's not like he's in super panic mode. Right now, just trying to see exactly if he gets some free damage onto Rio. Rio has 200 health now down to 169. Grab the jump. That the defensive kills.
He saw the nade come in. The Rams kind of built a layer underneath him that he can elevate himself with and protect from the explosive damage. Now C4 says, I can do that too. Gets the shot and drops in. They're trying to push for the elimination on Dexter. Gets the shots and the drum gun. That blue drum is so powerful up close.
It's Rio's first to land, and look at Sloths.
Where's Nick? Bring up Nick.
I don't like a Sloth. Doesn't just kind of eat on it there, just waiting, looking, seeing what he can do. And there's the rip to go, getting him out. There he goes. Is Sloth going to use that himself? We'll have to see. He does. He does, as we hear him go ahead and take set to safety. Look at the impulse.
Spreading his wings, getting the elimination, and then Marsha is
win right
like I
there.
said, you don't see a lot of players use the impulse hands, and I believe that point, that's when Dexter pushed in, maybe heard the impulse go off and say, okay, this guy is using something we don't typically see. Competitive games. Blind pushing in, trying to get underneath his opponent. It does a great pistol. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Just as lethal as everything else in this man's hand. Blind, showing exactly why people should have his eyes on him.
And right there, when you don't have things to replace the weapon with, that's why you pick up
My Xbox is actually
everything,
set
right?
to my
Because
computer.
there he swaps to a gray pistol to get an limb in one of the most stacked lobbies you can have.
On my TV,
Every
it's a
little
little
bit helps, and
out
right
of the
there,
screen.
Blind shows it up perfectly.
The entire plan of EMAT elimination out there. Now, Nick Merckx still until the towers. I'm not surprised, but there's a reason he's staying here. He basically has the layout memorized. Static and Lavish both moving around still in there. And there's a third party on the hill up top to the south, just kind of waiting and watching. They're still in the safe zone, and Nick doesn't even have to leave yet. He can stay here for yet another circle.
I'm going to tell you something. Nick has no intentions of ever leaving
After
after that.
that, imagine if he gets king here, if Tilted is still in the zone, he's not going to leave that building. It sadly is not going to move southeast in the second half tempo. We watched those clingers, the drop the structure out from underneath his opponent. Looks like he did build a step away, and the triangle blocks tempo from the push up top. A good defense, pretty productive.
Yes,
That
I'll
third
let
party
you
that
stream for like
tempo is
21
tracking.
minutes.
EMAT might have to deal with the
Yeah,
situation
I'll
now
stop
because when the structure came down, the bounce pad disappeared, and there's no get out of jail free card anymore. EMAT might have to engage this, especially because there's just over 60 seconds before the zone is going to move. He does have 2 eliminations, which means if he gets tempo right here, that is a point. Aggressive push 140, and the shotgun and gets tempo. EMAT, 3 eliminations. He's getting himself a point.
You can't ask for much more from attack shotgun right there. And a shot jug. And GG mode.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Just deciding to add some flair to that one, Bartologist.
Ooh, the body shot. Oh, wow. Muffins goes down quick.
110 damage with that purple bolt, showing just how good it is to carry those power weapons.
Yeah.
Bartologist actually goes down to prison right now. Only 3 players, EMAT, Tyler, and Dexter, have 3 eliminations or more. They're all at 3 right now. That's 1 point apiece. Everybody else is at 2 or less. Dexter actually, one of those players is already eliminated. 1 point, though, he should still feel really good about that because that could get him in a Monday.
There's basically only one way Jair loses this fight, and it's if this hunting rifle can hit a ridiculous shot. His opponent here is, his opponent is so weak. So basically Jair is in a brilliant spot to win this, just can't let his opponent hit that hunting rifle shot.
Barely canning up. The bounce back to push away. The bounce actually pushes him out. Might go for the shot here on a fly. His opponent might potentially want to push up here.
That's why he can't spray with the assault rifle.
Just waiting. He has enough HP here. He can wait. You can see his opponent actually fall all the way down. No fall damage from that. He caught himself with the build. He's going to push down, try and get this elimination.
This is for a point.
You got to push to get this.
Oh, no way! Oh, no way! A terrible choke in Wheels, then dives to the storm.
That was his 3rd elimination. That's a point for Wheels.
Both of them going for a 3rd limb. Terrible, terrible end there. Here's how Nick Merckx goes down up being static. My goodness. That's
Wait,
a
you
1
Nick,
point difference there. That could be the difference between playing in this Grand Final tomorrow and not qualifying.
Multiple
No, I don't
times
even
past
care
here.
to
Static's looking to get back in as fast again. He still has to move. The zone here at this point relatively slow. He's on the inside of it now, so
Yeah,
he
same.
shouldn't be too
Yeah.
worried.
Yeah, 2 for
But if somebody catches him while it's rotating, he doesn't know based on what you see in the top left. But he's safe here. He doesn't have to reinforce
If he
his
was
build,
dead, I really don't
eventually
care.
losing materials, but that's a safety play. He wanted to get up top. He didn't want his structure to get knocked down while he was trying to build up. And now he does have to move, but He might be looking for another elimination.
He's looking for this third elim. That's how he's playing this right now.
Going for the point. Intelligent play here, to be quite honest with you. And he knowing that there's no shield on that point, you're going to see an aggressive push here. He does have a drum gun. You're going to see that thing come out in a second. The blue tank's going to be utilized up close. Here we go.
It all. Going for it all. Can he get the elim?
Yes, he does. Kev goes down. That's a point for Ecstatic. We actually could hear some people cheering here at PAX West.
At least the campfires.
Watch it. I don't know what you're doing. Static defending himself. He's sitting on top. He's still in the same cube where the campfire's built, which means he's still getting healed from it. And he has a ton of metal around him. He's safe for the most part. Ranger from WBG just inside the zone. You're going to see him aggressive there. Ranger only has a gray AR.
He's going to gatekeep that. He's going to wait there and make sure it's not an easy run for him to push on it towards that zone. Ecstatic still has his hands full there. Over towards Salty Springs. Rainmont's house, as many people call it. Octagon. Soccer staying alive for the moment. Here's Coyote again, low HP. Doesn't matter for him as he just gets that headshot again. The heavy shotgun showing its strength there.
Crispy Dime Sokka. You have Dime Sokka and Freak all stacked up on top of each other at this little hunting lodge. This is actually a relatively common drop to push into Salty immediately afterwards with Blind versus this. Looks like a Raven Skinny. Gets the engagement. Blind hit his shots. And this is the reason Courage, the drum gun, is used so often. Yeah. This thing hits for over 50 up close, which means 4 headshots and Elam on a full HP. That's so fast and it spits bullets so quickly that if you're accurate, easy use. Now Tyler's the only player still alive right now with 4 eliminations.
Hey, C9
the
is doing pretty good.
2 points, which means there's a number of players. Actually, there's only 2 and 3 are high right now. Kane and Tyler's. Everybody else you saw there on the board at 2.
I kind of want. Wait, what happened in that guy's missile? He shot it out and it just turned.
Looks like that guy not where he thought it would go. As he'll go ahead and build around himself and then possibly pop some minis here to get back to 150.
You hate to see that.
He's hate to see it.
He's on the direct hit. It's best at knocking structures down, but at this point, with a circle, probably not a good call.
Oh, this was Static, who was right outside. We saw Ranger was going to gatekeep, not make it easy for him to get inside, and that's exactly what he did.
The Portator possible for Crispy if he gets in a tough spot. You don't see a lot of players carrying that around in competitive plays, Courage, but he's getting third party. I wouldn't be surprised if he popped it right now just to build layers between himself and Crunch, who's at the top of that kind of interesting build structure. It came down to 1 point at the bottom. Jack's teammate Ashton, who we've watched a number of times in Salty, he's at 2 eliminations. 1 more would get him a point. And he does have Sock on the outside here, but anyway, you know he's got to hear him. You can see him right there, the outline pointing towards the direction that he can hear his opponent moving. He's just kind of looking through the wood right now. He's trying to third person look around the corner, see if he can track down his opponent. Crunch has a top down on everybody though, man. Base Soldier and Blind as well at the top of the hill. Has 3 players with essentially Crunch and Overwatch on everybody.
Crunch is in a beautiful position right now because this is right on the edge of the zone. Ashton, no shields left. 1 more elim would be enough to get him a point.
After his damn, probably gonna go.
Tyler's at 5 now this game. That's 2 points. Maybe some more coming up through as he's using this grenade launcher. Sloth is just trying to build, but
I don't care how much.
so much structural damage. And ooh, that's what I talk about. You never know if a sniper's watching you. Lucky for him, just dodge that shot as he'll go ahead and edit down.
I want screen
Pick up these grenades. Yep. He actually read an explode, so he'll grab 6 frags to maybe keep those down.
I'm probably gonna get off. I'm already exhausted.
24, 23, 30 players maybe. You see this in the top right, kind of that wide angle shot. Tyler's taking some tap fires, but he's not necessarily alone in the area. A lot of players on the north, east, kind of the northeast side of the map and the center, but actually the southwest one only has 1 little boat here. We've seen Energy General put on some extra plays in the past, but gets caught off guard. Boot drops just down in, 74 damage from the tank, and that's all she wrote. Now, as I was saying, the south.
We should make this in the
southwest
afternoon.
edges of this
At
map right now
nighttime,
are
everybody
pretty
gets
much
tired.
empty. A lot of players are built on the edges of the hill where there's a house at the top. It's going to get dense here in a second.
Tyler's just hanging out. Seasonal player pushing forward. First shot accuracy. That's a 25 tag. So get for now, but any bit of damage you can do to chip away from your opponents always helps. So bounce pad on over. It's time to make a move, it appears. He'll jump on down. No rip spawned over there.
Chris and Kate both sitting on 3 eliminations right now, which means a point for each of them. Regardless of placement, there's still 16 that have to go down before people start getting even single points for placement. Saka getting Chris, who we literally just talked about how he got a point. Now he's eliminated from the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, but
Still a good game, still coming with just 1 point.
Game is lasting a while.
Gets the shot on Ranger. We saw gatekeeping earlier, but then dives trap.
So most happy I've ever seen someone after getting trapped, and it's because that was his third electric there earning the point. So take it, Crutch. Oh, this storm is chunking him right now. He's done
I need to clean this up real quick, guys.
There he goes.
You can keep watching.
Game Storms. It's hitting for 5 right now. Next one for 7, and then 10. Hysteria there. Hysteria.
Awesome, gum.
Big versus full, both building on top of each other. A third party getting tapped. That again, the top of the hill, those towers, they see you. They're taking shots. Jalkai's actually built in inside with them. You see him running around underneath. There's 3 parties here, and they might not even realize Crispy coming and saying, I'm here too, don't forget.
If Hysteria plays his part well, he could easily get his 3rd and maybe a 4th and 5th. He's got by far the most HP. He's got the tools to do this. This is Hysteria's moment to possibly qualify 3rd night in a row of competing in the same night qualifier and hopes to make it to Monday.
Sarah could hear the shotgun reload from his opponent. You hear the shells going in. Wow, he gets the sword too. He doesn't have to move. He's got a window there. He's going to kind of peek around, see what he can spot. He knows his opponent just reloaded a shot. He's full air. Chap goes down and feed to Tyler's, who've been watching that clip. That's Tyler's 6th elimination. Jalkai's gets a little boat who one of the other players that was in there. Crispy's still in there. Jalkai's is still in there. There's so many players stacked around Hysteria right now. And
Here's Minnie's being popped. I think Hysteria's thinking, okay, maybe this guy's a little bit weak. Maybe I can make a move happen. I've got near 200 HP. Hysteria peeking. Shotgun doesn't hit one yet. Challenging the corner. He's caught in the tree. It's a heavy shot from both. Remember, Hysteria has no healing. I'm surprised he's not following this up. He's waiting. I thought he was going to go for that instead. I'm wondering if his opponent has minis to use. Hysteria trying to stay alive. Remember, needs 1 more elim for a point. This could be his chance to get on the board to potentially move him towards competition on Monday. Now the 3rd party begins to spray on in. Hysteria building. Hysteria trying to stall. Nothing as of yet. Gotta edit this wall. Close this window. There you go. This, how intense is this right now, Lupos? There's the difference between potential playing for 1.5 million and not.
Yeah. We were talking about chat, so I saw it in the feed, but let's take a look at how it actually played out. The window peek catches Chap off guard as he's trying to build up to get to the zone and couldn't get a wall to block the shots from Tyler's inside his little box there. A great timing play there. Now, I want to say, I think Hysteria didn't push. You were commenting on it earlier. If Hysteria knew there were two other players there, potentially waiting for an engagement to happen and one of them take each other out and just wait to the last second, he knew there were still people alive. He didn't hear the shots at the time, but you never know. Hysteria might also have been just like a fear lockup. Now, this is the first zone move. Tyler's actually has 7 eliminations. So many
I just got sniped by a heavy sniper. You saw that? I believe it was that Babe Jesus who did the shot?
Here's Tyler with 7 wins.